It was a sunny day, and I and my bestie Sakshi started our journey for our very first vlog at around 11:30 am. The pallid clouds and broad highway roads of Sona Gurugram welcomed us with open arms. We were heading towards our destination to meet Manisha Mahajan, the curator and designer of the Teal Room. What happened next? Well, watch the full video to find out. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. So I'm here to the Teal Room, heading to meet Manisha Mahajan. She's the founder of it. Let's see what's inside. Hi everyone, I'm Monalisa Joshi and today I'm making a vlog. And I've come to Gurugram Sona Road and today I'm meeting a very special person. She's Manisha Mahajan and she has a different concept that she has given to her Teal Room. She's the founder of it. Let's go and meet her and see what's inside. So come with me. Hi. Welcome. Thank you so much for inviting me and giving me a glimpse of the Teal Room.
You're most welcome. It's my
She's
pleasure.
Manisha Mahajan.
Hi.
And please tell something about her. About yourself, sorry.
Okay, so my name is Manisha. I am a chartered accountant turned entrepreneur. I have my own business of horticulture in which I do portraits and households, and it's in the name of Navikriti. So I've been doing this for now 29 years and really happy to do this. It's like my third baby. And right now I have floated the Teal Room. As you can see, everything is teal here. So let's come in and I'll tell you more of the concept. Please come in. Most welcome.
So as you can see, the whole room has a beautiful vibe. Teal, it's a tinge of cerulean and green as you can see. So beautiful. Look at the bookshelf. She has collected so beautifully. Manisha ji, please come here.
Thank you.
So I would love to know
Yeah.
what was your idea behind this whole Teal Room?
Yeah. So basically, somehow I had always dreamt of having a really nice book rack in which would have my collection of books, and I really don't know how this came into being. But when I was sitting here and the book rack was done, I thought let's do something more.
Yeah.
And so I started looking at stuff to just to create probably my own space, my writing space, and it just fell into place. I looked for everything teal, like you can see this painting, this is like very close to my heart, and the seating, and then I made the arrangements and everything, and then I realized that wow, this is looking nice, so let's open it up. So the concept of the Teal Room is something very unique. We are giving this as a place where you can have your me time. You can have anything you want to do, like you can have a drawing workshop, you can have a book launch. In fact, yesterday I got this thing inquiry about having a maternity shoot as well.
That's very
So
nice.
anything and everything. So we are open all days. You can pre-book and then you can just let us know for how many hours you want it, and it's coming at a very nominal price. All you need to do is that just call up and book. What the Teal Room offers is it comes with the full, of course the space is there. We also have tables and chairs wherein you can have your own meets, or you want to have some classes, or you want to have workshops. We provide tea and coffee, which is right here, and of course the room is air conditioned. And in winters, of course, we have our beautiful garden, wherein also you can have a small get together, so it's available for that. And anything else also, please feel free to communicate and we can work around it. Thank you.
So you've heard everything from Manisha, and she's organizing small events, and maybe you never know, they can grow up to a very large event. But this is a lovely concept. Like, I'm an author and I'm a publisher, so I was in a lookout for some place where I can do events in a very small affair peacefully, and I felt this place has that kind of vibe. So I would love to talk about your book as well, Manisha ji. Tell me what your book is about.
Yeah, so this is a book which I wrote. This is a poetry book, A Call from Me to Me. So I've always been writing, I think, since childhood. But this is a collection of my poetry, and I write poetry. I write short stories. I am in the middle of writing a book as well. So this book talks about different phases of life.
Okay.
So it talks about my own journey. It talks a little about life itself. It talks about losing people. It talks about how we go through all the agony, we go through grief, we go through other things, and sometimes we do not know how to kind of get out of it. So what I learned while writing this book is that we need to really polish our life skills. I think that is very important, and right now that is my basis of whatever I'm writing, that we really need to go forward, and we need actually to reach out to people. I read so many posts where people are struggling for different things, and there is really no need to struggle. We can just find out our own mojo, we can find out our own space within ourselves. And I feel when I was making this Teal room also, I somehow felt that this is that space wherein you are at peace. This is like a Zen place. Like, in fact, I inaugurated it on the 1st, and one of our very dear friends, she said this is a place where there is sukoon. I think that's the right word, and that's what I feel when I sit here. And I feel I would really want to reach out to people and to hear their stories as well, to understand that what they are going through, and maybe that's the purpose. That's the purpose, and I would love to meet more people for sure.
I think that's going to happen, and
Yeah.
already you have said
Yes.
so many bookings of different
Kinds, and that is like really lovely. So yeah, here's to many more books, and I'm so glad, thankful to you. And I think the next book is gonna be with your publishing company, and
Absolutely.
looking forward to that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really lovely to hear.
Yeah.
And if you don't know me, I'm Mona Lisa Joshi, a publisher, and I run a publishing house called Chrysanthemum Chronicles. And meeting Manisha ji has a reason which you will come to know for sure, but on a little later period of time, because we are taking a little bit of time organizing some things, but I'll surely open that surprise for you. But I would love to show you, if you allow, Manisha ji.
Yes.
These are the 3 books that Manisha ji has accepted to give these books a space on her shelf. I'm feeling really honored that the Teal room is going to get decorated with these 3 books of ours. And see, Two Frida with Love, Demigods Are Alive, and Macabre Tales are going to be sitting here, and that's a beautiful feeling to know that the books are reaching places thanks to Manisha ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it's a lovely concept. If you are someone who's looking for events, small get-togethers, book launches, book signing events, book discussions, this place is the place to be. So come fast. The number will be given in description, and you can connect with Manisha ji, and she will surely guide you. And she is very warm, very friendly, and a very sweet person. So thank you so much. Do join us and stay with us for the next part of video, where I'm going to do a book reading of mine.
Thank you. So as I was doing this rack, I was actually filled with wonder and awe actually, that how things just fall in place in life. Whatever life I has passed, I feel that this feels to be a culmination. In fact, the other day I would like to just read through here, gather here with grateful heart. And that is what I am feeling right now. It's this grace, it's this gratitude that I have been made a part of this. I had never thought that something like this would happen. And I was into plants. As you can see, there are so many plants here. Like, these are my babies. And just to, have them amalgamate with all the books, I've always been a reader. In fact, in school also I had finished Cancer Ward, Roots, Jane Eyre, and I don't know, all the classics. I've read them all. And but to be here, to be, in the midst of these also authors, and even the religious books I have, and to read them, like one of my favorites is here, which is all these books, and in between them I go and I kind of find myself there. And there's so many small things. Some things here are gifts from my friends, like this cup, and another one which is right here that says contentment. So that's the feeling I have. And of course my own book finds a place here, and I would like to read something from this book. There is this poem which says, "The Scale. On which weighing scale will you measure me? What price will you put? Against what will you weigh me? Some ounces of sentences, some desires, some memories, but these will not be sold in the markets. Still, you should keep trying, my friend. It is easy, it is very easy to find foes in the world. The problem is only with friends. Weigh all the treasure you want, but you will find that my side would still be way heavier. You know why? Because I let you sculpt only my emptiness. Yes, only the emptiness. I did not let you touch my completeness. Neither were you capable enough of touching it. And that is why, my dear friend, my side will always be heavier." Thank you. So this is a book which is very close to my heart, and what I want to share is that I was going through a very difficult phase at this time when I published this book. And now when I flick through the pages, I realize the agony which is there. I moved on from that part of my life, and I've realized a lot more things. These things will keep going on. Its life is a plus and a minus. It's like a sine wave. So let us not dwell on the low bits. Let us always try to be in that balanced phase and be there, like at the center. At the center. Don't be too happy when the going is good. Don't be too sad when the going is bad. Just create a balance within yourself. And one lesson which I've learned is, whatever is inside is reflected outside. So we manifest what we think and do inside. So let us try and create that bit for ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manisha ji. And this is the book, A Call From Me to Me. You can get it through Amazon.
Amazon and Flipkart.
So this is the book, A Call From Me to Me by Manisha Mahajan. This is available through Amazon, and she has given all about it. That if life gives you challenges, you must face it and rise. And the whole concept of the Teal room is giving that kind of vibe only. And I've just talked to Manisha ji, and I'm actually feeling that life can be so much full of ups and downs, but you can still beat it. And see, this is a poetry book that's reflecting here in a hand, and you can read it and you can find lots of inspiration. So grab it.
And also, just to mention a little bit, this was published in 2016, and it has all the colors of the teal as well. So probably teal has been with me for a long time.
And this is the Teal room, as you can see we are sitting in.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
So now I just finished my tea, and I was just talking to Manisha ji that she has a beautiful garden outside, and I would love to say, will you show me?
Yes, of course. Please come.
So let's go.
Okay. So this is my garden, and this space is also there for the Teal room, of course weather permitting. So as you can see the expanse of the space here, As you can see the expanse of the space here, and I have done it in like this manner, wherein all the plants are there and the grass is of course growing, and I have tiled up this bit and colored it. You can have a seat there, there is a swing, and all of this can be, you know, useful for a small gathering. And here I have my Sai Baba as well. My mandir is here, so yeah, that's my prayer also. And so you can have us seating here. We can do more seating. We have a lot of chairs which are of course also in teal color, and this can be decorated as per your needs, and you can have any kind of a gathering here, like maybe a small engagement party or something, or a birthday party. And of course we can design all the plants for you as well, because that's also my work. So you can do it all here. It's quite a nice expanse, and as you can see there are a lot of trees here, so the visibility from the outside is not there. I'll be covering it up more to make it into a private space. So right now we're trying to do that and put plants, and so it will be a completely private space.
That's very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
So this was the outdoor garden, as you can see. A lot of space, and if you are someone who is looking for some small events, even a blog maybe like I am doing, you can connect with Manisha ji. She's standing there. I'll share her details in the link. And also, I'm a publisher. If you are a writer out there, you can connect with me. The mail ID is in description. So follow us. There's something more in the video. My grandmother used to tell me different stories about Bengali zamindars and their, how they used to rule at that point of time, Nawabs, and their wives, how they used to have beautiful women and they would never step out of the houses, and adorned in beautiful saris and golds. So those stories stayed with me for so long that when I grew up and turned into a writer, this is a blessing, I would say. So I wanted to write something, and that is when the story Calcutta Pudding came to life. And Devi is the protagonist, and the whole backdrop that shows the same kind of vibe, the backdrop of Kolkata during the 1945, and the love story of Devi and Abigail. So I'll just read out the 3 pages because this is my excerpt reading series from the book Demigods Are Alive. I'm continuing it. So I'll start and I'll read the 3 pages because I'm giving you reasons that you will grab this book from Amazon or Flipkart. Here it is, Calcutta Pudding. So I'll just start and read out to you. 20th September 1989. Sitting in the gallery of my suite and waiting for the next day to arrive. Esplanade, it's my mother's homeland, I've come to discover. My truth remains unfolded yet. Abe closed his diary and kept it inside the first drawer of the writing table. He was eagerly waiting to meet Sridhar Roy, his cousin from Calcutta, whom he had sent a letter and had a little conversation with before leaving his town in County Durham, his fraternal home in northeast England. Abe glanced at his wristwatch. It was already 8 o'clock, and before he could speculate any further, he heard a knock on the main door of his hotel suite. At once he knew it was Sridhar and loped towards the door. Behind it stood a man who had all the answers to his questions, and his heart began pounding faster in exhilaration. As he opened the door, his eyes widened to see a man standing in English attire, something he hadn't expected to see. He seemed in his mid-40s, slightly stout with an average height, fair complexioned, and a round face with sharp features. Much resemblance with the man in the photograph his mother had shown him as her elder brother. "Good evening, I'm Sridhar Roy Bhattacharjee." The man standing at the facade introduced himself formally and extended his right hand towards Abe for a handshake. He took his hand into his and gently shook it 2-3 times and replied with a warm smile. "Good evening, I'm Abraham Jones, but you can call me Abe." "Shri, my acquaintances call me that," Sridhar muttered in gusto and smiled. Abe responded with a slight nod and a smile and invited him inside. Sridhar came inside and sat on one of the wooden chairs kept just beside the galleria. Both men stared at each other for a while, then Abe spoke fast and at once came to the point. Things that he wanted to know about his mother, her past, her family, everything about her life here in Calcutta and how she met his father, Sir Abigail Abraham Jones. "Mr. Roy, begin from the scrape. I wish to know everything about my mother," Abe said in a poignant tone. Sridhar sighed, cleared his throat, and sitting upright on his chair, began speaking. "All right. It was 1944, the colonial era. Your father, serving under British Indian Army, was appointed as the general of the Esplanade. Under his surveillance came the Esplanade Road till Chorungi Lane and also Park Street. He was heard to be one of those stern officers who had everything under his control, a strong man with great physical will and appearance, and was mostly known as a stone-hearted officer. I've never seen him though, not even a portrait of him, but my father told me that he was not only a strong-minded officer, but one of the best-looking men he had ever come across." Sridhar paused for a minute, and after staring hither and thither inside the suite, he spoke again. "The love tale of your mother and father is quite unusual, and it blossomed under the most atypical circumstances with complete chaos surrounding every nook of Calcutta in those days, including Esplanade. Riots, massacres were the daily thing. Many of our people were murdered and thrown in the Ganges. In those difficult times, it was critical for a woman to step outside of the house and move about freely. But your mother and my aunt was a brave woman. She didn't stop going to the university to teach students." Abe's eyes twinkled, which Sridhar noticed and smiled with a sigh. He was still standing with his loins resting against the writing desk and arms crossed against his chest. Sridhar noticed that Abe was a tall man, seeming to be in his early 30s, a strong muscular body, very fine-looking face with a prominent jawline, green eyes and carmine hair that was shining even in that dimly lit room. And she couldn't stop himself from praising him and said most bluntly, "I can now understand that your father must have been a fine-looking man. Very handsome you are, Mr. Jones, and you have hair like your mother. She was called here the red-haired fairy, you know." Abe slightly bowed his head in respect and smiled. Suddenly, there were thirds on the door, and Abe recalled that he had ordered supper for the two of them. He responded with his deep, heavy voice, "Come in, please." A native young boy came pushing the trolley, holding some covered utensils over it, and asked in Bengali, "Where shall I keep these?" And before Sridhar could answer him in Bengali, Abe, in his fine British accent, hastily replied, pointing towards the table where Sridhar was seated, "There, keep it there." The boy understood Abe's hint and pushed the trolley towards the small dining area and unhurriedly began keeping the porcelain bowls, plates, and silver-like shining spoons on the table, and then left the room. So here I will stop. These were the 3 pages, and my Excerpt reading series will surely come to end soon. I don't want to bore you, but I'm giving you reasons. Come on, guys, get this book, Demigods Alive. This is my debut fiction from my publishing house, and you can also connect with me if you're a writer. Go to the link in description and the mail ID. You will find out all the details about me, and also join the group Facebook where you can find more themes, prompts if you are a writer. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and support me as a woman entrepreneur. So bye all, take care. So this was my first vlog. I hope you will subscribe and watch this video and support me.